Hold on, let me, before we get started, okay, I need to make sure everything works right. Make sure that audio works right. Make sure that our bots work and all that good stuff. Cool. Nice. Well, hang on. There's the test. Oh, there's the test of the audio works. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. So, today we're going to be working on some hair, okay? Some uh, horse hair, centaur hair, Pegasus hair, whatever you want to call it, basically. Working on some hair today. Today is all about the hair. And, yeah. Let me make sure, Linda is active so we can actually use her. You know, whatever. Linda, say hi. Linda, say hi. Alright, I think I need to fix her, actually. Hold on, let me kick her up. Wake up Linda, guys. Gotta wake her up. I'm also gonna do the 3 minutes of ads, start a stream, so that we can pre-rolls for a whole hour, okay? Because, you know. Okay, let's try this again. Linda, introduce yourself. Linda, introduce yourself.
Hi, they call me Linda.
Alright.
I'm kinda like an assistant for 3D Sandwich, aka Vince's Twitch channel. Usually he just asks me dumb questions, or tells me to go talk to people during ad break. That lazy bastard.
Yes, I am absolutely just the laziest person you'll ever meet, ever. You know, it's almost intoxicating how lazy I am. You know, no. Let's see here, though. Alright. So, we're going to do the ads in session, okay? And we are then going to start this session here, alright? First thing, though, of course, what I want to do is I want to, of course, play the ads first, alright? Gotta play them, or else y'all will be sad to see that ads are playing during the stream. Anyway, I'll play some music, alright? If we have any first chatters in here, we'll do some trivia gaming, alright? Trivia gaming is when we have questions during ads, basically. Giving trivia is pretty much just a way to have us, you know, still be together during ads, you know? So we're going to do that, alright? Hold on. Trivia gaming. If you want to answer that question, go right ahead. If not, whatever. As for those on YouTube, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. For those on YouTube, we are almost ready. By the way, that scene back there is fake. Obviously, you'll probably know already. Let's see here. I do want to wait till ads are like over before we start, because that's respectful. So here, let me make sure. Let me see if my audio is actually doing all right, because you know, with the music, basically, you know, that's one thing too. By the way, that scene back there is fake. Obviously, you'll probably know already. Nah, that's all right. Here, I'm gonna here we go. I'm gonna get a little bit lower though. a little bit lower. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, let me check on YouTube. Not on YouTube. Twitch. Not on YouTube. Twitch. Yeah. It works on both sides. Both sides. All right. I'm a big thing on audio. You know, I'm big on that. You know, like if I don't have like the best audio in the game, I ain't worth watching. Nah. Let's see here. We take audio here very, very seriously. That is why. I wish I could show you all, which I probably could. My room is just filled with like foam. We have foam everywhere, even on the mech itself. In fact, my Christ, the mic is in here basically. All of you are inside of this mic right here. You are right there. All right, I see you. I see you in there. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I do want to do one thing before we get started, though. Go over here. Right. Oh shit, on. Yeah. Alright. See here. Alright. We're almost ready. Almost ready. Alright. Go ahead and do this. Hold on. Alright, I think we're good. We got as many as we possibly could. Okay, let's go. Left monitor. To the left monitor. Actually, here, I kind of want to test out... Here, actually, I want to do this first. I want to do this first because I just think it would be a lot easy if we... Not easy. It would be beneficial to me if I could just use up all my channel point rewards and see what works and what doesn't work. So, we're going to go through all of them and see... Holy shit, hold on. Linda, burn chat. Linda, burn the evidence. Linda, burn the evidence.
Don't worry, boss. I burned
Okay,
it.
we're gonna have to get rid of that. Hold on. I can thank God no one fucking got that fucking award. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna have to do some stuff, right? Hold on. I want to make sure all these damn things work, okay? Because, you know. See here. Projectile 4. Okay, alright. So, let's try that again. Caution us, Genie. interesting. Let's see here. Hydrate. Get a drink. Break glass. Okay, works. Pretty cool. Trivia gaming. Are you gonna do just one? Okay, cool. That's what I need. Crowd gasp. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is off the table. Alright, here, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I want to go in and, like, get rid of everything that doesn't work, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Because I don't want people to spend their points on things that may not work, and I don't want people to think that, hey, if I choose something, it may not work. Maybe next time doesn't work either. Okay. Reason why everything is kind of, you know, fucked, right, is because I changed layouts, alright? And if you don't know what, or how, Streamlabs works right, certain files have to be in specific areas to have, like, you know, like, channel points actually be worth something, right? So, yeah, here, I'm gonna... Got that. Compliment Genie. Give me a compliment. Doing an awesome day. I don't believe you. Cool. Oh, hell no. Sweet, don't have that anymore. Okay. Again, just trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, basically, now. I feel like this entire channel is about, you know, like, figuring out the fucking system, right? Or what the hell is gonna work, what's not gonna work, you know? I poked the genie. I hope the toilet, yeah, I gotcha. Disgusting, but you know what, whatever. Something random, destroy it, uh-huh. See here, crowd cheering, do we have that still? I don't think we do. Let's see here. We should have them, but like...
That's the coolest thing ever.
It's supposed to be that, basically. Hold on, I'm gonna... Go ahead and get rid of that then. Let's see here. Top hat, I just wear a top hat, honestly. Hold on. But I must test it. Top hat. Alright. Then jukebox. Cool. How about calling it an airstrike? What? Oh! Oh! Sir. There you go. Just blame stuff, basically. Okay! I have to finish the hair, though. I got to. Or else we ain't moving on. I don't want to have this hair take fucking forever. You know? I might as well get it done today. That's it. It's there. Alright, let's go. Alright. Let's go and do this. We're gonna start with the bottom of the foot, alright? Or bottom of the foot. These things. Sir. Alright. Let's do this. Go up. Right. Let's go. See here. Alright. There. So, one thing I'm trying to do, right, is... So, we have hair cards in games, right? We do. We always do. And these here, right, this is pretty much just like a hair card collage in a way. So, what I might end up doing, right, we'll call it, there's two different kinds of... Two processes for this, basically, you know? Now, in a normal game setting, right, we're just gonna have the body as is, basically. And just have it be... Have the hair kind of be on there with, like, VFX, you know, or FX, right? Because, that's just easier, you know, that's just a lot more practical, and all honestly, it just makes better quality. But, you know, I am planning on having this be for rendering, you know? Also, I'm not sure how to add. I'm not sure how to fucking add the hair VFX, you know. So, you know, it's like gotta figure it out. This is my way. But yeah, so it is going to be a challenge, obviously. So, but if I can just do one side, right? One side, and I can just like move it up, right? I'll show you what I mean by moving it up though, because it's gonna be pretty seamless in my opinion, pretty seamless, because you know, right now we have a ring almost, a ring. So what I'm going to do now is everything here. No, it's not. Okay. See, I'm gonna actually turn this on so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and merge that down. Yes, sir. I want to make sure what we have here is okay. The last piece, right? Yeah. Merge down. Okay. Okay, so now we have this piece right here, right? And it's pretty easy or seamless to kind of like add hair. You know, some people will just put them on one piece at a time, right? No, okay? We can just do this. Just move it down and go like so, basically, you know? Go like so. Move it around. Move it around. Don't make it too samey, you know? Want to go ahead and add in some difference. Gonna go ahead and do it again right here, but that's all we're gonna have for the like this part of the leg, basically, you know. This bottom part here is gonna be all like bald, you know, all naked. So, you know, fucking don't really gotta worry about that too much. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is move it up now. Like so. And of course, this will be applied to every single leg, and obviously. But yeah. So go do this. Alright. Alright. Hmm. 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 Alright. See here. Okay. We'll have to patch up this part right here. But all in all, it's not too bad right now. See here. I feel like, you know, it comes to, you know, methods like this, right? You can't exactly expect it to be, like, perfect all the way, right? Fucking might have to, come back in with of course, something like this and just fill in those patches there, you know? As simple as that. Not too bad. So, let's go ahead and do this, though. I do want to do this. Alright. Okay. Move that down. So, because you have the hair cards already here, right? We don't need to, like, apologize technically, you know? What I'll do once we get down to, like, texturing this guy is I'll pretty much be separating the lines from the little hair chips, right? That way I can just lay down the the chips, right? They're all gonna have the same amount of polygons, right? They're all going to be relatively similar, basically, you know? And I want to kind of preference this, alright? Because I feel like, you know, we call it, I don't want to, like, mistaken anyone, alright? So, I am going to be making two kinds of hair, basically. Not two kinds of hair, like, specifically two kinds of hair, but, like, pretty much, right? This is okay for animation, basically. For games, no. Again, I'm gonna have to basically make the hair pieces kind of all one singular chunk, basically. That or try and, you know, floss in some bullshit, basically, you know? See. Which, I mean, yeah, no. Fucking, the thing is, right, is, when it comes to modeling hair, right? There's many ways to do so, you know? There's people who do hair cards, those who do, let's see here, those who go off and do, call it like blocky hair, you know? Like shape hair, basically, which I might actually, honestly, I wouldn't be so pressed to try, honestly, for like the main body, you know? Actually, you know what? Fucking, that might not be so bad. So, go and do this. Alright. I kind of actually want to try that blocky hair method with the, this guy here, because, I just instantly had an idea for that. So, you know, I might just do that. So, oh yeah, here, let me turn on, let me get my hand out, okay? Let me get the hand, alright? Get the hand. So, shit. Let me get my hand, let me get my strong hand, hold on. Spot. Do that. Do this, do that. Open this one on top. Okay, cool. Alright, 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 alright. We got my strong hand. Let's go. It's there though. I will be putting here on. Gotta do that last portion though. One thing too, I would say as well, right? Before you make any sort of like altering change, right? Or a change or a fix or a mixture that like you'd have to like redo a lot to fucking reset, right? Or to modify on. Always check that what you have is what you will be happy with, basically, you know? Always check. Double check, alright? I don't know how many times I have gone through and went ahead and, you know, I had like a crease that I forgot to fucking bevel or whatever, you know? Like, Christ, you get to the apology, right? or whatever, and you see that awkward like corner piece, right? It looks like someone just kind of like pinched it, you know, like clay pinched it basically. It's like, ugh, couldn't be me, you know. It's there. All right, so we have this now. I am going to duplicate it and copy it for, whoops, whatever. Copy it on the other side. I don't know. Copy it. Mirror. All right. Not bad, not bad. But I kind of want to try out the whole, like, blocky hair thingy, basically, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and hide these for now, right? Not going to hide the back pieces because, like, we just don't need to. But, we're going to... see here. I think... do we want to... how many polygons is the main body? That's the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna copy this thing, alright. Copy the horse body and solo it. What I might do... I'm gonna cut off the, I'm gonna cut off the legs, alright? Cut off the legs real quickly. See here. I'm also going to... see here. Curve knife. Rah. Whoops. Rah. Rah. See here. Okay. Alright. So, the plan is, right? So, on. God. Don't want to. I could, couldn't I? The plan would be, if I was going to do this straight up, right? The plan would be to modify the hair on this model, basically. And then dynamesh it onto the other model, and then Z remesh it, basically, so we can have a modifiable topology, basically, you know? That would be my idea, you know? Thing is, though, I would like to go off and find some references first. Just so I have... oh, goddamn, it opened up fucking, Stager. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. Go to channel. Alright. So, one thing we are going to do is give ourselves... basically, make ourselves a reference sheet, you know? Because, like, I'm not confident enough to go in and... we call it, make the hair by scratch, right? I mean, you know what, here, let me go ahead and make a little bit of a simulate of, like, what I'm trying to do, you know? Because, let me see here. I'm gonna call this, horse body hair, whoops, hair husk. On, make sure, on. Did the bottom piece get, like, closed off, or the holes of it? Because that is important to me. Cool. So how it would work would be is I would go ahead and do clay, but I probably would have to do something with... get out of here. Probably would have to do something with brushes, because I'm gonna go ahead and turn on stroke, you know, fucking there. Turn on lazy mouse, back spline. Not that. Hold on. Let's do line. Let's do line. Maybe actually, let's do path. Path allows us to do like a straight path based on where we've drawn, basically. Let's see. So then we're gonna go ahead and do curve. Put this here. Put that down. Put it like this. Now, if you think of a what's the term? Like taper, right? Tapering. You know, the front side over here is pretty much going to be nothing. It'll come up as a sharp incline, and I would like it to come in just flat line, you know? Come in, drop, you know? Which should on turn off stroke and actually see what it looks like. Let's see here. No. Let's see here. Pen curve, depth. Gotta find the sweet spot, basically. Alright, somewhere around there. Just go depth. Let's do curve now. Set, redo. Alright. Tonal shift. What I need for the intensity kind of like up and down, basically, you know? That is what we need to do. Alright, no. Camera curve. Pen curve. Hold on. Is that why? That is exactly why. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see here. So we have this, right? Okay. So then we need focus turned off like so. Okay. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. So, let's see here. So if I go ahead and do this. Go and do that. Go and do that. Gotta make some sort of foundation, basically. It's a broken foundation. Let's go ahead and add the color spray. Alright. So, let's do spray. Again, I'm trying to simulate or figure out how I'm going to apply the detail before trying to apply to the entire body. Usually my method, right, what comes and detail, right, is I try and find the solution before I go full blown with that solution, basically, you know? That is one method that I usually try and utilize, you know? Because one thing that you don't want to do, right, you don't want to, like, go through the entire canvas, right, and find out there's a better way. You better off trying to figure out what you need to do, and then try and do all that. Let's see. So if I have to go off and get a reference, what I need is something like this. Hold on. Stylized blocky hair. Trying to think of like a good reference, because like there's one that I'm thinking of, but I can't, like, I'm not going to talk about like blocky hair like this, right? I'm more or less talking about, hold on, animal hair. Something like this. But hold on. Try to find a better example. It might literally just be like me adding like, yeah, it might literally just be me adding like individual like meshes, basically. Which wouldn't be bad. But if I could find a way to do it with just the main model, that's going to be pretty cool. Let's see here. Alright. I guess we could find some like horsehair, because that's like the one thing Blocky hair horse. Uh, most fucking, shit, most fucking, references, they don't really have a lot of hair on the horse itself, right? The reason why I want to add a hair on this guy is because the thing is, right, think about trying to survive in a medieval fantasy world full of monsters, right? Death at every turn, right? Like, you're not gonna really have time to get your fucking hair done, especially if you are a motherfucking horse Pegasus Minotaur. Okay? I'm not sure which barber is out here being like, you know what? I got the whole day to spare. I don't have a bunch of, like, I don't have a wife and children who need my protection back home. I'll help you out. Like, I always find that weird, you know? In every, like, medieval fantasy story, right? Or live action, right? Or even in books, right? Everyone is so well groomed, right? As if there's just a barber right around the fucking corner, behind the next tree, behind the next cave over there, right? It's like, like Christ. It's kind of like the Walking Dead, right? It's like everyone I mean, there's people there who look shitty, you know, but a lot of times, right? You know, they be looking like the apocalypse started like fucking like last week, basically. You know, they haven't showered for like a week. You know, like Christ. Let me see here though. Basically, I'm trying to make hair realistic, basically. You know, realistic, but I also want to give it a nice little creative twist, which I might experiment with some brushes. Basically, there's one brush that I do want to use that I have to find in this bunch of brushes. Let's see here. Not that. It had to do with. I remember it vividly. Let's see here though. Let's go. That. There was a brush that. Here it is. Pretty much like this, you know. Might have to make the. Make it smaller though. Can do the ad for this. Okay. All right. So I think what my plan will be is to do play build up right, go along the back right, do several examples right. Again, I am trying to find the correct method, basically, you know? Before I go off and do something absolutely insane. Alright, so we have a couple line examples here. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. So your slide. So here. I'm going to increase that focus length. So here. Right. So here. Alright, so if we go and do this. Again, need to see what it will look like with Z-Remesher. Because thing is, right, one thing, actually, I'll even show y'all, because it is kind of a decent method, basically. So, if I have, let me see, I'm going to go over here. If I have a, let's see here, give me a cube, right? If I have a cube, right, we have this thing being stretched out, you know, like, oh, I mean, the snaking tool, actually. We have this thing stretched out, right? It's looking very, very wonky, right? let's say for some reason we're trying to go for something like this, right? We want this shape to look absolutely pristine, but we want to modify it. We want to modify it, right? That is what Z modeler or Zero Mesher is here for, basically. You know, it. Oh, actually, look at the topology. Okay, look at that. Boom. Makes you a topology that you can actually modify on that portion of the model, basically. You know. And so, doing that with the hair piece, right? Here, let me just show you actually. Like, modify it, you know, do whatever we want with it, you know, write our initials, whatever. During its basic form, right? Can't do that. Well, let's see here. Can't do that. You know, there's too many polygons there, right? Or so less polygons, basically, you know? So, if I can make the hair pieces, right? Make the base of them, right? I could easily modify them with a zero measure, basically, you know? That is a plan. Let's see here. Thing is, though, it's all about knowing what exactly we can do with that, actually. Hold on. There. So, so if we go ahead and do this, go up, go like so, right? Again, still trying to find the method. So it's kind of like finding the X in math, you know? Except it's horsehair. I'm gonna go for double the size just so it can have room to breathe, basically, you know? So go like this. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me try one thing then. Just because it'd be pinch, actually. But again, let's do pinch because it would be a-okay. So go high, draw size low. Hold on. Go like so. So, right. Let's go ahead and do a flatten. Increase the draw size, go up. Something like this, so I'm trying to like do, you know? Something like this. See, even with like just this alone, I could just easily go in with a damn centered right and just turn around though, turn around. Uh, do something like this, right? And like use this to create hair, you know? And whoops. Again, something like this would be something I would be down to do. But I'm not sure if it's the method that that I want yet, honestly. Let me see here. Let me go and do this right. We can also do we do like damn centered. Trim dynamic, because that would be the next steps. Let's see here. Let's see here. Go like so. Turn it down a little bit for this side over here. Let's see here. Imagine that something like this, right? On like all over the body, but like in different like strands, right? see here. Go ahead and do this though, just because we could. Because the idea too, right, is they need to be a little bit. Need to be a little bit. Like this, basically. How it's like, gotta. How it's pretty much angled like this. Go ahead and do is your mesher again. See here. It's not bad, but like, I would. See here. Okay, I have an idea. I have a idea that I could try out. In fact, I'm gonna take this into I'm gonna make a polymesh 3D of this thing, so I can have it just like its own group basically. I'm gonna go ahead and insert. Go ahead and add a cube. All right, I'm gonna take this cube down to see here, initialize. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and try and make something that could be hair based, because that's the thing too, right? One thing that I always the method that I just did, right? This method over here. This is like, I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, we got this, right? But it ain't necessarily the best option, I think. There is still a second option, I feel. That is the freeing option. The freeing ability of adding hair, but being able to modify it every which way, basically, you know? Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright. So I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to go over here, actually. Hold on. Hair, animal, let's see, over here. All right. Okay, so if I go ahead and I'm getting some references, by the way, references, so I can actually do this right, because that is a part of it, basically. All right, well, you know, it's kind of funny, right? It's kind of interesting when you like go online, right, and you just don't find any images that's like that's similar to what you want, you know. I mean, it's stressful because like I mean, there's nothing out there to go off of, right? But that kind of also means like it sounds kind of wishful, honestly, but the harder it is to find references for what you're trying to make, right, the more original it probably is. Think about that. Unless you don't know what the hell the main terms are of what you're trying to make, then whatever. You know? Let's see here. Blocky hair ref. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I need to find out how I can do that. I have an idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and see here. So the hair would be like very thin. Be very thin because it's stylized. We have to exaggerate it. Make it almost pole like a pole, like a stop sign pole, where it's like not exactly circular, but it has the fucking little dots in it, right? Fucking like that kind of like square roundness, basically. A rounded square, basically. That's what I'm trying to fucking say. The end though. A part of me is thinking to myself, like, I don't want to do just a straight, like, end piece, right? Because it just sounds too... I have an idea. Let's see here. So if I go ahead and do this. Go ahead and go over here, grab... Oops, not that. Grab all this. Go ahead and do extrude. Let's see here. Pull a group. Pull this out. Stitch. Oh, can we do we have access to... We don't. See, put that in the middle. I want to have, symmetry. Cool. Go like so, go like so. Actually, here. Yeah. Go like so, and go like this. Let's see here. Go ahead and add a crease. Partial. Whoops. Partial. Right. Grab this piece right here. Move it over here. He's beginning to believe. Linda, we're doing it. Linda, say hi. Linda, say hi.
You better have wiped your shoes.
Good point. Let's see here. Hold on. See here. So if we go and do this right, go off to this. Crease. Something like this. Is that right way? It is right way. Okay, so we have something like this, right? Something like this. Put the base right... Pull it down, though. Put the base right here. Then... Whoops. Take that off real quickly. Alright. So I had it like this. Something like this. Alright. Alright. Let me see here. 3-step piece. Let's see if we can modify it ever so easily. Because that is the point. Let me see here. Might have to give this thing a simple subdivide. Let's see here. Go like so. Alright. Oh, thank you for the, on. Thank you for the raid. Again, low base. Hold on, let me,
Welcome to the circus.
Thank you for the follow, Mike Paul. Here, watch this. Linda? Oh, thanks for the bits, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you again. Here. You got a surprise. Linda. Drop a beat. Linda, drop a beat. Linda, introduce yourself. Linda, introduce yourself.
Welcome to the circus.
On.
Welcome. Tell us something about yourself.
Sir. Stream is okay. Edited some snake photos. Nice. Nice. I'm sure I'll see it on Instagram. But yeah. How was it though? It was on YouTube. Yeah. Linda. Hold on. God damn it, Linda. Hold on. Well, shit. Linda, how's the weather?
Okay, hold up a minute. Let me check it. God. Damn, what the hell? It's freaking cold out here.
Alright. Hold on. Linda, ban everyone. I'm just gonna see here. All right. Good job, Linda.
No problem.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Thank you for the bits, though. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Let's see here. So I think we might do this. Let this man yell at you like that. I have to, or else she won't respond. By the way, I have a little surprise. Linda is getting a face. I may have been working on a female character model for Linda that she will actually be controlling whenever I talk to her, basically. I have an idea to have her like right over there, right? Like beside my face cam, right? Or maybe like down there, maybe. I don't know. Like, oh yeah. Here, let me go ahead and say this, all right? There. Whoops. Whatever. Go over here. I want to go ahead and like save this though before I mess everything up. There. Nihilist time. I feel like I'm disrespecting when I ask this. Is that a bot or a person? Like Dakota. I think I remember someone named Nyla. I think. Hold on. Whoops. Here we go. So this is going to be Linda. Right now, I am going through her retopology phase before we get to her textural. Retopology, UV, then rigging. I'll probably do the rigging after the UVing, or after I get the, Oh, and Linda could have exciting conversations. Oh god, I would love to. Honestly, I've been thinking, right, because I can control what she says, alright? I mean, obviously, yeah, I can. But, like, you know, I'm trying to give her some sass, you know? We're playing a game called Medan a couple days ago, right? A choice-driven horror game where I had her make choices for us, you know? And she's single-handedly... So, actually, let me explain the gamer, actually. And then you can see what's happening on stream, but you can't hear me yet. Oh, it's yours. Oh, I see. Mine can't see anything either, honestly. Everything is basically just like voice active, you know? But, I'm having Linda play Medan, right? And I have her, like, well, with us, basically, you know? And we have her making choices for us, right? And so far, just to explain the game, right? You're given 5 characters based on your choices, right? People can die, you know? And she's gotten the main character engaged. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing to an extent. Nice. For mine, I wouldn't even call it AI, honestly, you know? It's more or less just, like, me choosing what she does, you know? But yeah. But I get to choose, like, how aggressive she is, basically, you know? Which I fully plan on doing because, you know, it gives her character, honestly, you know? I'd rather have, like a receptionist, like, from, like, Better Call Saul, right? I'd rather have, like, that level attitude, right? Because, like, that to me is funny. That to me is funny. But, we've been having, Linda play Medan, right? And she has gotten 2 of her characters killed in the first chapter. It makes what happen, alright? You plan on giving Linda her own Twitch account? I was thinking about that! I was thinking about it! I could! But I had to, like, double promote stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be hard, honestly. Wouldn't be hard. But, it wouldn't be hard. I would just need a whole other computer, basically, you know? But yeah. I was thinking too, I mean, more or less I'm thinking, like, having a separate stream for her, basically. That's what I'm thinking, you know? Which I could do after I get her, like, animated right. But that takes a lot of... it's like, what happens if things go wrong, though, you know? Which might actually be the fun of the stream, you know? Sometimes when things go wrong, that's the best outcome, basically. You know? But yeah, in Medan, she got our character engaged, she got our fiance shot, got her fucking brother shot, pissed off a bunch of fucking pirates, so now they're after us, right? In fact, let me show you, because we we've been killing it on fucking YouTube Shorts, honestly. We've been absolutely killing it. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. Go over here, go over to my account, da-da-da-da. Go over here. Hold on. Been fucking killing it on fucking Shorts, though. It's been absolutely amazing. So there. Da-da-da-da. Oh god, it's Jason Bourne. Hold on. There. Oh god, it's Jason. Oh shit. It is me, Linda, and the 5 character, well, the 2 characters or 3 characters left, I think, versus Jason. Basically, it is I mean, I want to continue the game when I have Linda visible, you know, because I feel like a part of me is like, I don't want to play any more games with Linda until she is like, she can be seen, you know. But yeah. She got 2 people killed so far, I think. One person, I think, drowned. One person got shot, trying to escape, basically. But yeah. God damn it, Linda. God damn it, Linda. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I have something for her. God damn it, Linda. Shit on. Go over here. Ah. See here. Yeah, okay. God damn it, Linda.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I ain't. I'd say I'm sorry, but I ain't.
Hold on. So one thing that I have for her, right, for Linda, is I have her able to have several responses, basically. As in, if I say the same line again, right, there's a chance that it'll be another response, basically. How is she receiving your mic audio? Maybe too quiet. Maybe. The thing is, right, is like, you know, there's the confidence thing on the voice command thing. In fact, what I should probably do is make several variants of the command. Hold on. Sir. Command any. See. We go. God and see here. Yeah. Here. We fucked up, Linda. Damn it. You don't think it is? I think it's this cover. We fucked up, Linda.
Oh, you are very much welcome. I hope I got at least one person in your playthrough killed.
Yeah, I think that actually fixed it. Let's see here. Try it again. God damn it, Linda. God damn it, Linda.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I ain't.
Alright, cool. Let's see here. But yeah. Hold on, I want to show off, let's see here. We are almost to 50,000 viewers on YouTube. You know? We're almost there. Let me go ahead and show it off before I dox myself. Hold on. Let's see here. I want to show it off because I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. Like, we jumped up from, like, 27,000 views, right? And, God. I think, eventually, community here will grow. Hopefully. But yeah. Let's get back to Area of Sky over here. But yeah. So, numbers have been doing alright. If anyone wants to follow the YouTube channel down below, we have a link down below. If you want to join the Discord channel as well, go down below and join that as well. Yeah. Pretty much, I think we're going to be going places. But yeah. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Alright. See here. Okay. Alright, cool. Make sure actually no one's like messaging on like the YouTube stream, because like I am bad at that. Also, ads are gonna be in session, right? We'll actually pause any progress on the model, right? We'll do some trivia gaming, alright? Hold on, watch this. Trivia gaming. There you go. We have trivia for ads, alright? In case y'all want to do that. Also, Linda will tell you if you're right or wrong. You know? Dramatically, no. See here. I need to see if someone has been. I have to see if someone has been responding on the YouTube stream, because I'm terrible at keeping track of that chat, basically. A, who was the original designer of Tetris? Let's see here. You know what's really sad? I'm not even sure what the answer is. Let's see here. I have to look it up, basically. Let's see here. Linda, tell them they're correct. Hold on. Linda, tell them they're correct. Correct. Trivia gaming. Trivia gaming. Let's see here. See here. Nice. Doing ads right now? I'm gonna play ads manually. Alright, usually I don't like play them like by force, but like just so I don't have any fancy interruptions, I'm going to play them now. See here. Alright. Hold on. See here. If you want to answer the question, go right ahead. If not, we can skip it and go for the next one. See here. Are ads in session already? On. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, they're here. Cool. Okay, alright. So. Trivia gaming. What is the... Oh shit, it's already ended? Well, I guess ads are already ended. Whatever. And if you want to answer the question, go right ahead. If you want to go down below, we actually have several channel rewards, right? If you want to like pop a question up, right, go right ahead. We also let me see here. I want to see if this actually works. Hold on. Buy a hammer. Shit on. There. I want to see if it will work because I had. Oh, that's why it's fucking locked. Hold on. Right? I have ideas for like making like green screen effect, 3D animation, channel point reward systems, basically. You know, I have an idea for that. You know. Because it's simple, you know? Just make a green background, a backdrop in the render array, and you just use that as a green screen. And have whatever the hell you want in the front be the animation, of course, right? And I've been thinking about having Linda do certain things, right? Like trying to jump out of the screen and try to attack your ass, you know? Because that's what AI is going to do one day, and I thought I'd get ahead of the curve. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Okay, so I think we are going to utilize this method right here, you know? This method of hair, basically, you know? Because it is going to be stylized. It is going to be stylized, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quickly. I am going to delete this horse body. And I'm going to go back over here and take off the bottom wings first. And I am going to go ahead and go for the body. Turn this thing off. All right, cool. We don't need this hair husk anymore because we already figured out how to add decent hair quality. So I'm going to go ahead and just say sayonara to that. And now we're going to add in the blocky hair pieces, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and go over here, insert, grab this, and here we go. Let's see here. Hold on. Linda, bring the circus. On. Linda, it's time to bring the circus.
Kick their fucking ass, boss.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Flames in my veins, yeah, they light the spark. Burn through the chains, leave them scorched in the dark. Heat rises high, I'm the master of fire. Step too close, you'll feel my empire. Ash rains down, hear the battle cry.
Let's go and add some depth to this. Whoa. Alright, let's go. Alright, so just for my clarification, can I go ahead and reconstruct this? We can. We're gonna keep like that. We're gonna try and keep like that. So I'm actually going to. Yeah, actually not. I'm not going to actually. I was gonna like try and do it like a mirror, but I don't think I want to. So. Yeah, so what kind of snake are you working on, low base? And we work on like a lot of snakes on, like, post them up on Instagram, you know? Which, by the way, did I have anyone here before you rated me? Because, I was gonna shout you out. So. Well, either way. Again, if you're not followed to low bass or low base, go right ahead and follow him. On. Shoutouts. This will be my first time trying this shoutout thing out. So, there you go. Also, I'm not sure if you stream as well, Mike Paul, but in case you do, there you go. Shit, I have to wait fucking 2 minutes. Okay, you're up next. First shout out. So, it'll probably help. Do what? Oh, I'm talking about like shadow, basically. Like if you. Oh, what's the question? Oh, do you? I was asking, do you stream on Twitch? Because if you do, I'm gonna shout you out. You know, with the chat. Are you cool with the rest of us? Let's see here. Alright, cool. I have to wait 2 minutes in order to shout out someone else, which, and you're up next. Sir. No problem, man. Appreciate the raid, man. And the bits and the follows. And being part of the community. Honestly, I don't think I would have got this far, like, if it wasn't for, like, you know, the community, you know? But yeah. Let's see. Linda. You know what? Linda's doing a good job, too. Good job, Linda.
Anytime.
Yeah. We're all doing a good job. I'm doing a shitty job with this fucking hair. Hold on. Let's see here. But yeah. Let's see here. Whoops. But yeah, here. I'm gonna try it again. Let's see here. It needs... Honestly, like, I have, like, so, on my off time, right, I've been trying to, like, think of things people would probably say to her, right, because, like, the reason why I want to have a visual version of Linda, right, is because, I mean, it's just gonna be cool, honestly, you know? It'd be cool to have a rude receptionist absolutely just roasting my chat, you know? Because that's primarily what she's gonna do, basically, you know? She's going to roast chat, alright? So I'm trying to think of all the things someone would say to her, basically, you know? And... yeah. It ain't hard to, like, make her voice lines at all, really. So, it is literally just down to, like, what all is someone going to possibly say to her, right? And I kind of know what people are going to say to her in general, right? It will definitely take some, like, time to, like, get, like, some testing, you know, to see how people respond to Linda, then make responses based on what people say to her, basically. But I already know what the hell people are going to say to her, because she's female, you know? And, I already have a bunch of lines ready to go in case someone decides to, flirt with her, you know? I'd say I'd do it. Really, personas. Yeah. Yeah. People probably don't really interact with the personas because of this. Yeah. Again. God, a part of me too, right? I'm not sure why. Whenever I have, like, ideas, right, I think of, like, the greater distant future of it, right? I'm thinking about, like, all the things I could have, like, all the character development I could have Linda go through, you know? Because I'm just thinking to myself, right, what if, like, one day I have her on here, right, and, like, she is just, like, she's pregnant, or whatever, you know? And, like, or she's missing, or we have a replacement, right? We have someone else coming, right? A new character model. Right? What happened to old Linda? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Or Linda, we'll get Linda 2.0, right? And then we'll have Linda 1 be, like, in the basement, locked down there by Linda 2, right? And Linda will be like, don't worry about her. She's fine. She's okay. I gave her wheat thins. Alright. Well, shoveling. Shovel in the corner. God. Eventually, if I can get, like, honestly, if I can get a big enough place, right? A big enough place, I would not mind, like, painting an entire room just green. Alright? Just green, alright? Just so I can have I can literally make a room, basically, you know? In 3D. But yeah. And I could definitely have, like, Linda, like, do certain things in the background, you know? I would love to do that, right? But, like, God. It sucks, you know, because like, right over here is a window that brings out natural lighting. which sucks because when it comes to, you know, green screens, right, I have to, like, constantly be, like, modifying it, basically. And I'm like, this back here, right, this isn't even a green screen, this is just a straight up curtain. A curtain of a of a jail cell, by the way. Okay. Hold on. Here's my jail cell. Mark down the days I'm in here. Hold on. I'll get out eventually. Don't worry about it. Got any drugs? Should probably, you know what? God. Hold on. God, I'm not sure if I would want to or not. Like, I would. God. Now I'm thinking about buying like a prison jumpsuit like outfit, you know, just so you know wear whenever I have this thing up, right? Cause oh yeah, I got myself a new headband today. All right, hold on, let me get this on actually. I got a new headband. It's pretty cool. Really fits the 3D sandwich vibe. Got a spare. Oh shit, I want to sit down. Hold on. Is her set up right? Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. Got a spare. But yeah, 3D sandwich headband. I got those too, you know, fucking. We got the classic drink cup. We got the Naruto, I think. I got a forest background. I've been buying backgrounds, by the way. I have a forest one, a underground one, a flooded basement background. I have a library background coming in, right? Head out for the night. I'll see you later. See you later, low base. Thank you for the raid. I was gonna say, looks looking at the cup. Oh yeah. See here. I think I can do it now actually. Hold on. Show. Oh. There. Mic. All 3. There we go. Just before you know. There. So I'm gonna go back to oh shit on. Oh fucking airstrike! Ah! Alright, we're good. Survived it. Those airstrikes, man, that come in out of nowhere. Back to the grind. Yep, tabbed. Tunes, yeah. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Let's see here. Hold on. Pretty cool, man. Thank you. Linda, drop a beat. See here. Linda legit. Dude, I could have her ban people. She can play music. She can access. I mean, she can ask questions, right? She can check the weather half the time. She can do everything. She can kill people? Dude! I love this bot. Sir. I love this bot. Sir. Let's see. Alright. God, I'm almost wondering what backgrounds we'll want next, you know? Because, like, I love these backgrounds, you know? Because, like, I mean, it's hell to set up right, but, like, I mean, it's not that hard to set up, honestly. But, to me, it's funny. It's funny because, like, you know, I could literally be anywhere now. No, that's good. I mean, I decided to go for, like, just, like, normal curtains, right? Because, like, I mean, of course, the green screen, right? It's not gonna work because of the light here, right? But, like, we call it, even if I, like, put over a, like, hide the light, right? It still messes up, basically, you know? Also, I have a lot of, like, odd, like, colors around here, basically, you know? That basically damage the light, you know? So, having green screen up right is just not that... It ain't that stable, basically, you know? But a straight-up prison background, right? That is pretty stable, you know? It's hard time. So... But yeah. So, but yeah. So, but yeah. Let's see. Linda, on. Linda, how's the weather?
My shift doesn't start until later. I'll let you know by then.
Okay, hold on. I poke the genie. I poke the genie. I bet y'all eat some cold chicken nuggets. That makes me wince. Cold chicken nuggets makes me wince. Probably because I'm learning how to cook, you know? By the way, God. It's a little story time, alright? Not really story time. A thing that happened at 1 a.m. last night, alright? It's more like a sad scenario, honestly. I woke up and I was craving pasta, but I didn't have any pasta, so I made pasta. Basically, I made a... see here, an olive oil, I made some, oregano, basil, garlic pasta. Like, literally, like, here, I can actually show you all. I can show you all my food journey. Yay, hold on. See here. Da-da-da-da. See here, hold on. Ah, I could show you all what I've been cooking up in the kitchen, alright? In the prison kitchen, more like, because I'm in prison now. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da. Hold on. So, it started out as a ball of pasta. Fresh pasta. Divide that bitch up into four balls. I laid them all out flat. Cut them up with the wine glass. Twisted them with some garlic and basil paste, you know, and some cream cheese as well. Boiled the shit out of them, right? I'm not sure why it's upside down. Picture. And yeah, wasn't too bad, you know. But yeah. That was what I did last night at 1 a.m. Just made pasta. Which was, pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Would do it again. I probably will, actually. I've been trying to master making pasta. Not gonna lie. Alright? I've been trying. I have been trying, alright? Because, like, I'm trying to, like, learn how to, like, cook. Because I just want to be able to I want to be able to cook for people, but not like restaurant wise, right? I just want to be able to like show up and be like, hey, guess what? Cinnamon rolls, motherfucker. Let's do this. Let's mess it up, you know? Cinnamon rolls, motherfucker. Let's tear it up. You know? But yeah, I've been learning how to do a lot of stuff, right? Like slow cooking, making cinnamon rolls, flan. The next thing I'm gonna be trying to do is what do you call it? Been thinking about trying out like butter chicken basically. Now trying to like make that, you know. I know it's a long thing, you know. Like it'll take like forever to just like get through, you know. But like I feel like with all these recipes, right? A lot of times, right? It's very, I want to say, it's very interesting, you know? Because, like, a lot of times, right, after I kind of get used to it, right, I can just do it, like, without like, measurements, right? Without, like, thinking about it, you know? Which, by the way, kind of messed up, right? But it was kind of funny, in my opinion, right? Okay, so let me tell you about the time I messed up making cinnamon rolls, alright? I think everyone loves a good, like, messed up, almost burned the kitchen down story, you know? Everyone loves a good, like, chaotic kitchen story, you know? So what happened was I was trying to make some cinnamon rolls, right? And what happened was I kind of, like, played devil's advocate with the yeast, you know? And, like, pretty much, I learned about what happens if yeast doesn't activate, basically, you know? But the thing is, right, I messed up so bad, alright? So the way I make, so just to go over briefly, right? Briefly, but again, whenever I make cinnamon rolls, right, I start by warming up a cup of milk, dumping in a packet of yeast, and a quarter cup of sugar, basically, right? I accidentally put the milk in cold, and I put the yeast in, and my dumbass decided to fucking warm up the fucking milk with the yeast, and that shit didn't work out so well, basically. I think I killed the yeast or some shit. I don't know. But my dumbass decided, you know what? It's fine. You know, sometimes in cooking there are imperfections, basically. You know, that's all right as long as the food tastes good. That's all right as long as it's generally safe to eat. It's all right. But you know what? Today wasn't that day, or that day wasn't that day, basically. You know, I tried. Here's the thing, right? You want to have like yeast activate. You know, that's an important part of yeast. You know, you didn't know, because when you knead the dough, it should not come apart like it's cookie dough, basically. You know, which pretty much was what I turned it into, basically. You know, like I made some cinnamon roll ass cookies, basically. It was good, but wasn't exactly doing the job that I wanted it to do. So of course I tried again. You know, next day, went over my mistakes, right, and I tried again, right, and I found out the solution. All right. Now the solution is, of course, to pretty much follow the recipe, right? Follow the recipe up to a T, right? But for me, I don't do that. Okay, I'm different. Sort of. Pretty much what I did, right, that I found out I messed up on, right, because I didn't just mess up the yeast. I messed up everything. The measurements, everything. How, like, sifting and everything else, right? I messed everything up, right? So what fixed it, right, was simply going with my gut and just not looking at the fucking, the instructions that I have written down on my phone, basically, you know? The solution was simply wing it, eyeball it. I personally think I am like My best skill is improvising. It's winging it, basically, winging the entirety of whatever the hell I'm doing, basically. Because, you know, and we either wing it or whatever. We wing it, basically, We wing the hell of it, basically. But yeah, that was insane. I did make some pretty good cinnamon rolls, though. I did make some pretty decent cinnamon rolls. So what I do right for my rolls is I don't make a cream cheese frosting, alright? I make light tiramisu custard as frosting instead. That is, if you ever had tiramisu, right? Like, what I find kind of interesting, right, is like when you have a dessert by itself, right, you don't really think about the components of what is inside of the dessert, right? Because the custard in tiramisu, right, is very thick, right? But you have to think about how does that thickness come to be? It comes to be because you have to whip it up for like 10 minutes in the bowl, right? What happens if you whisk it up 5 minutes, right? It becomes a lot more fluffier, a lot lighter, sort of like a light frosting, if you will. So, adding that to a bunch of baked goods like cinnamon rolls that are fresh and warm, it's going to be silky on the cinnamon rolls, right? Or it'll fucking melt. But usually, if you wait long enough and it's warm enough, right, it'll become silky, warm, creamy, It'll be great. It'll be great. But yeah, that's what I do for, like, the frosting, right? For the cinnamon roll pastry itself, right? Yo, I go absolutely all out. In fact, let me go ahead and, like, post photos of, let's see here. I want to post photos of my cinnamon rolls on, my Discord channel, right? Which, by the way, we have a Discord channel down below. If you want to join that, go right ahead, alright? It's free. You can leave when everything on. Whatever. But again, you can leave whenever you want, It's free. But, if you want to know, in the Discord server, I post everything, when I upload, when I stream, what I'm streaming for the week, right? I don't try to, like, post a billion, like, tags, or announcements, right? Because, usually the method of the Discord channel, right, is I post what I'm doing for the week for, Thursday to Monday, and that's it. That is it. We ball, we ball. Sometimes things do change, though, right? If things don't go right, Sometimes I overbite it, and I say we're gonna play a game, right? But I didn't have a chance. I don't have a chance to, or I failed to start the game up for the first time, right? To see if it will work right, and we have to change up or do it certain days, right? But yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna post the rolls, though, because, I might as well. I'm pretty proud of the cinnamon rolls that I made, and I want you all to be able to see it. Cause yeah. Eventually, I do want to start doing cooking videos on stream, but I have to get a bigger kitchen, basically, and also the window next to my kitchen, right, will dox me. It will likely dox me. I need maybe I'll, go and rent a kitchen, basically, somewhere and, cook there, Maybe. I know you can do that, actually, Did y'all know you can actually rent a kitchen, basically? It's expensive, but, it is possible. It is possible. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm sending up the rolls. Hold on. hold on. I got this, I got this, I got this. Alright. Alright, here, hold on. Posting them up, alright? Posting them up. So there. Y'all be able to see some fresh baked cinnamon rolls, alright? That was made like a couple months ago, which I am trying not to make again, alright? I'm trying to not make it again. Because, it is not healthy how much we have been enjoying these cinnamon rolls. Alright, just, you know, full-blown, discretion. Hold on. Discretion is advised. We'll gain 50 pounds. Let's see here. But yeah. Let's see how long are we going for? Okay. See here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Alright. But anyway. God. Another thing too, right? So like recently, right, well, not almost, but someone tried to scam me at the market today, basically, right? Someone tried to scare me. Someone tried to scam me at the supermarket, okay? A couple days ago, alright? They wanted me to buy newspapers, alright? And let me tell you how this scam, they tried to get the scam to go, right? I walked into the market, alright, the grocery store, right? And I had my bag with me, you know. I take a bag with me, by the way. Fucking. Oh shit, hold on. We have ads in session, right? We'll wait for them to end, then we'll do this at our time, alright? Let's see here. But until then, Trivia Gaming. Trivia Gaming. Alright. But yeah. Those on YouTube, though. How's it going? How's it going? Alright? What you doing? Having fun? Good. Let's see here. Having fun? Too bad. Let's see here. But yeah, are y'all on ads? I think... I don't know if y'all are. I'm waiting for the ads to end. Or say that it ends. But yeah. Let's see here, though. But yeah, fucking... God. Wait for ads to end. Alright. Also, while I'm at it, because... as well... Alright. So here ads are officially over, so let me show you all the cinnamon rolls that I made. Alright, a bit ago. Let me see here. Go up and pull up Pure Ref. Alright. Frame, because would hate it if it wasn't. Okay. So these are the cinnamon rolls I made, right? This is the before I bake them, alright? Before I did the big bake, alright? Made a couple cinnamon rolls, alright? Again, got them all glazed up. I butter and cinnamon both sides, alright? I butter and cinnamon both sides of the pastry because screw you, I want the maximum amount of filling in the rolls, okay? That's how cinnamon rolls should be. That's how cinnamon rolls should always be, alright? That's the rules we live by. I went ahead and powdered them up right, sprinkled some more cinnamon on them right. Again, made sure they were all ripe and ready to go, you know? Again, before drizzling on the tiramisu frosting, and this is how it turned out, basically, you know? Pretty damn good, honestly. Pretty damn good cinnamon rolls. But yeah, that is, that's what happened one day. But anyway, so what happened with me at the store by the way. I almost got scammed by an old guy. Okay? I almost got scammed by an old guy. Alright? So what happened, right, was I went to the store, I had my bag with me, right, and I walk up and something right there. Just, you walk into the store, look to the side, right, there he is. There's the old guy over there. And he... on. Let me do, like, my first, like, full cam, YouTube short, alright? Let's see here. Okay. Fucking... So I almost got scammed by an old guy in a supermarket, okay? He tried to sell me newspapers, or a monthly subscription for newspapers, right? I walked into the side, right, there he was, old man, and he tries to give me a $20 gift card, right? But first, in order to get this $20 gift card, right, I have to sign up for a newspaper, a subscription, basically, you know? And he tried selling me on the whole idea that this $20 gift card, right, was going to be, like, we call it, residuals for the payment I had to pay at that moment, basically, right? Basically, you pay $20 now and $40 later, 5 weeks later, basically, you know? And he wouldn't tell me if it would just continue on after that point, you know? But also, he tried to tell me that this is basically residuals, right? Residuals for your payments of today. I'm gonna give you this $20. You're gonna be charged $20, right? And therefore, you won't be like, you won't take a loss, basically. Is what we try to say, right? Thing is, right, I'm going to the store, okay? I'm here now, you know? Like, I'm going to buy some stuff, right? I'm losing money still, you know? I'm losing money still. In fact, let's go over the math real quickly. So, hold on. Get over the airstrike. Alright, cool. So, this was what he wanted us to do, basically, okay? Or wanted me to do, basically. Pretty much what his whole scheme was, right? Was he was going to give me $20 right off the bat, basically, okay? But in my bank account, alright, I was going to be charged $20, right? Whoops. $20, right? That still cancels out $20, right? But he told me that I can buy groceries today for free, basically, you know? He told me that. So, like, at the end of the day, right, I'm still at $0, you know? Like, the math isn't mathing, basically, you know? You can't just, like, give me $20, take away 20, that's still 0. That's still 0, okay? Like, Christ. Like, so I tell him, no, thank you, I'm good. He told me, but you might be interested in newspapers, alright? I told him, dude, I don't even pay attention to the news, alright? If I'm gonna find anything out, right, yo, we have people on YouTube who are gonna tell us, right? Like, Christ, I mean, usually, you know, if something happens, right, someone's gonna be on that clout, like, you know? Like, oh shit, someone's getting mugged? I got this, gang. I'm gonna go report this on YouTube in like 5 weeks. We'll get this guy for sure. Like, the fuck? But yeah, you know, fucking someone tried to scam me. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound like a big scam in a way. And I mean, if I had $20, right, and someone swept that on my hand, right, I'd be pissed off, you know? Anyone would, right? Because that's just disrespectful, right? But like, you know, it was the audacity, you know? It was like it was like, I knew what he was trying to do, you know? And I corrected him on it too, right? I told him, so you give him $20, but I'm also losing $20 today, basically, you know? Told me, but this is gonna be residuals for what you fucking spend. And I'm like, okay, but I'm still losing money if I go off and buy stuff, right? Like, I'm gonna buy stuff today, so I'm gonna lose $20, get $20 back, lose it again. Or we'll call it I'm gonna be given $20, lose $20, In 5 weeks, lose 40 more bucks. Today, I mean, no. For newspapers, no. Okay? His whole argument was that he wanted to bring newspapers back. He wanted to bring newspapers back, basically, you know? And it's just like, dude, get fucking YouTube, alright? YouTube Premium. It's 40 bucks a month. Absolute sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. No, like we call it, that was, it was insane. It was absolutely insane, because, like, I left the grocery store, I got my stuff right, I have my apples, I have my little snacks right, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to skedaddle, okay? And this guy that tried to scam me, right, was just like, thanks for your service, man, have a nice day, and I'm like, and he's telling me this in front of someone else, as if he got my ass on the line, you know? And I'm like, I didn't pay for shit. You know? I'm someone who just doesn't care. I don't care, like, if you're trying to. I know the tactic. I know the fucking tactic. You know, you are talking to someone you're trying to get to buy your product, right? So you tell someone who, like, walks by, who you recognize or who had interactions with you, that they had a pretty sound transaction with you, right? So the person you're talking to, right, will be more inclined to take that transaction that you're trying to sell them, you know? And I straight up said, I didn't buy anything, but thanks anyway. So the old lady, hopefully, that was in front of her, or him, didn't fall for the scam, you know? Like, Christ. But yeah. That was my scam story. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. That was my scam story today. Someone tried. Not today. It was yesterday, actually. No, I think it was Friday, actually. Friday. Someone tried. But they didn't succeed. You know what they say? You try until you succeed, right? Nah, not this one. Not this time. Not this time, Sonny. It's there. But yeah. It's there, though. Actually, let me change up the, right here. Alright. Let's see here. Right. But yeah. Oh yeah. It's there. There's also one. Hold on. I want to do something real quickly. Hold on. Do I have a cup anywhere? I think I do. God, I should get a real cup, actually. Whatever. Again. By the way, I've been making scripts for YouTube videos, right? Because I have an idea. I know for a fact that either I or Linda is going to say something probably outlandish that will probably get me or her canceled later on in the future, right? So I've been thinking about doing a advanced apology video, you know? See how that works out for me, you know? And maybe invent some or foretell some trends in apology videos in the future, you know? Get ahead of the game, you know? Make some, give myself a free pass to do something messed up. Not too messed up, though. As insane as some shit, probably. That way, I'm off the hook. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. If I make it, okay. If you see an apology video in a couple of days from now, right? Just know it is not a for real apology. I ain't sorry for shit. I ain't sorry for shit, motherfucker. Let's see, fucking, could you imagine? If something happens from now until they make that apology video, right? Could you imagine this is the quote they fucking give up, right? they bring up, right? He doesn't care. Last time he said he. Last time he told us that the next apology video was not going to be a fucking sincere one. Therefore, this apology is invalid. I'm gonna have to make 2 of them then. One will cancel one will cancel out this current one, right? The other one will actually be sorry for like the thing that I did, probably, you know. But yeah. Thing is, though, I'm trying to think of like an allegation, you know, that I might be called dealt with in the future, right? Based off of like Twitter stuff, right? Because people get fucking canceled for anything, right? If I say that, hey, I kind of like some of Kanye's music, you know, I don't like him as an artist. I mean, I don't honestly give a shit. Honestly, I don't really give a shit about Kanye as an artist, right? But hey, what's that one song that he wrote? It starts with a piano or some shit, basically. Hold on. Look it up. I'm gonna go look it up. See here. Da, 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 da. Hold on. What was that one video? Or one... Hold on. Kanye West... Runaway, you know? Runaway was the, That was it, right? Yeah, it was Runaway. Fucking, you know... People get banned out here, or canceled out here for anything, you know? I could say that I actually kind of like Kanye's video Runaway, right? And someone will be like, oh, but Kanye did something pretty messed up in this year. Do you still like Runaway? And I'll be like, yeah, I kind of listen to it sometimes. It's a pretty good hit. It gets you it gets you emotional, you know? It's a pretty good song. And it'll be like, he did something messed up. But just like, we call it, I'm gonna have some take on something, right? And people are gonna be like, oh my god, he hates vegans? Nah. By the way, oh my god, so I tried cooking my first block of tofu, alright, a couple nights ago. And I had to make that tofu not vegan, okay? I'm sorry, I had to. I couldn't do it. Not strong enough yet. Not strong enough yet. I had to turn that vegan into megan, okay? I had to cook that stuff up in the steak I was making right next to it. You know? But yeah. I had to, give it the good old, grease fry, you know? But yeah. God, I made some killer ramen, though. Good God. Okay, let me tell you what happened, alright? So I made some ramen, okay? Not just any ramen, okay? Like, kind of legit ramen in a way, okay? So, I had my noodles ready. Yakisoba noodles ready. I had like ramen broth, miso broth, right? Got that stuff dumped into the pot, right? Let that stuff boil before I put the noodles in, right? But first, I take the steak meat that I have been marinating all day in, sesame seed oil, salt, garlic, peppercorns, you know, all types of spices, right? And I have that cook on the grill, right? Or on the stove, right? And, you know, I make my own, make my own. I'm not gonna save it, basically. I make my own, like, call it, stock, basically, you know? I call it, like, stock you cook with, like, food, right, to give it more flavor. I make my own, basically. As in, I kind of, like, I'll, like, cook stuff up, right? I'll eat it, but I'll save the juices, basically. Now I'll put it in the freezer, freeze it so it stays good, cook it with the next meal, you know, and it's just flavor adding up, basically, you know? It is, Like, Christ. And best part is, right, once I had that steak, I had, like, a bunch of, like, steak strips, right? A bunch of them, right? For the whole, like, 2 foot by 2 foot pot, basically, you know? And I had all that steak put in a strainer and put over the ramen and miso broth I was boiling, you know? So you had the meat juices just kind of, like, infusing with the ramen, you know? Like, I was going to have a heart attack, probably. Likely. But anyway, fucking... What happened, though, was, while the steak was dripping into the ramen stuff, right? I had the tofu cooking in the stock of, the steaks, you know? And oh my god. Like, I made... I single-handedly took the V out of that block of tofu, basically, you know? And I never had tofu before, and it's not bad, honestly, you know? I mean, it needs to be heavily flavored for me to, like, enjoy it, you know? Because, like, the texture-wise, it's okay. Some people don't like it, you know? But I find it alright. But, you know... Honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna be, like, adding, a bunch of broth, right? Or a bunch of other stuff, right? To the, actually, never mind. The only reason why I bought tofu, right, is because I had an idea that maybe one day I might go vegan, you know? But after that first block of like, tofu, right, nope. I would be vegan much longer asleep than I would be woken up, you know? I would be a vegan for much longer time, just asleep than I would be if I actually tried, basically, you know? Like, right now is the longest time I've gone vegan, because I haven't, like, ate anything in, like, about 4 hours. See here. See. But yeah. God, though. One thing is too, right, you know, like I really... God. I always see people who turn vegan, right? Now, nothing against people who do it for dietary stuff, right? For health reasons, whatever, right? But I always see people who have gone vegan, right? And they always look like they're just made out of glass, you know? Like they're about to keel over and die, you know? And honestly, I'm fine the way I look, honestly, you know? I'm fine the way I look, it's fine. I would be terrified. I would be fucking scared to see myself looking like just skin and bones, you know? That sounds like a terrifying thought, you know? To just wake up in the mirror, look at the mirror, and find someone that you just don't recognize, you know? If you lost weight and you're fucking muscular, you know, then sure, fine, great. But to look like you're about to become the next cast, or to look like you're going to become the next skeleton in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie, right? The next extra for the skeleton army? Dude. Like, if I woke up and I looked like, what they call it, what the fuck is his name? Hold on. Like, if I looked like Kevin Smith, okay? Vegan, of course, right? I would eat a cheeseburger right away. Okay? I would eat a cheeseburger right in that minute, okay? I will go on McDonald's and I will order an entire thing, right? Now, I get it, you know? He did it because of, you know, health reasons, right? And that's fine. That's fine. You know, good on him, you know? I mean, Christ. I mean, I like Jay and Bob reboot, you know? That was like, I haven't watched a good movie in a long time, and that really, like, bumped me up, you know? But like, if I looked like I was about to fall out my ass and hang myself, right, I would be eating a cheeseburger right there and then. Okay, we're going to McDonald's. I don't care. Fuck this shit. Vegan can go fuck itself. All right, we can. Like, ugh. Like Christ. Nothing on people who do go vegan, by the way. Nothing on people who do go vegan, by the way. How the hell is her hand blue? Blue dabba die. I don't know. I ate a very, very toxic blueberry. But yeah. Also, sorry to say, hold on. We're in prison. You know? Marking the days. You know? It finally happened. They got my ass. It finally happened. They gave me a sick headband, though. Has a fucking cheeseburger on it, you know? They call me... What the hell? The hell did you do this time? I pissed off the vegan community, apparently. I pissed off the vegans. I cooked their tofu with the steak. And Linda told on me, too. God damn it, Linda. God damn it, Linda.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I ain't.
Alright. Can you at least tell me how the weather is outside? Hold on. Linda, how's the weather? Linda, how's the weather?
Okay, hold up a minute. Let me check.
Oh, thank you.
God. Damn, what the hell? It's freaking cold out here.
Fine. Well, it doesn't sound like it's any peaceful outside, so hey. Got it pretty good in here, you know? Got it pretty good in here. It's literally it's over there. Oh, I know. They gave me the I had to get a spoon or some shit and like chisel my way out of here. But hey, we got some entertainment here, you know? I found this here crusty sword in like the back area over there. I think someone's trying to turn it into a shiv. You know, but hey, I got myself my shiv, right? Look at this shit. I crafted it out of one of the wooden planks they have in the floorboards of the cafeteria, you know? Get myself a shiv. So I could stab the next person who tries to take my fucking cheeseburgers, okay? I could stab the next person who tries to take my cheeseburgers. Ah! In a bit rusty, little bit scratched up, but hey, I think it'll do. It's got like sharpen up the side over here, and I'm ready to fucking, you know, ready to fight off the inmates, you know, during the scuffle, you know, the cartoon cloud scuffle. But yeah, that's going to be the day. Give myself a splinter, actually. Fuck. Did I? It's fuck. Okay. That's enough. That'd be some shit. I kill myself on a wooden sword. I could survive a Subway sandwich, but I can't survive a wooden sword. Do I know? Do I want to know? I mean... Hold on. You could. Here, let me see if it works, actually. Yeah, it does. Ah! But yeah. God. But yeah. God, Mercury tried to, oh, definitely. Been trying to, get a bunch of, actually, oh, God. I have a surprise. Hold on. So, I announced it this morning during the stream today. We are going to have a little a little character involved with stream. All right? Hold on. Give me a second. And she is currently in reapology phase. That's not what it looks like. There it is. We have Linda. I am going. The red. Which looks creepy as hell. Oh yeah, that's the that is the polyframe thing. That's not what she looked like actually. But yeah. Again, we have Linda. Let's see here. We have her with her little earpiece, you know, hair's up, rose in hair, headband. Got her the classic attire for the receptionist build, you know, which of course I could swap out and change up her clothing right, or wise right. I could change her hair as well, of course. Definitely her shoes as well, you know, if I really want to. I don't think I'm gonna show off her shoes because like I kind of want to have her like how I have my camera right now, right? Just like from like right here to here, right? So like the only thing will probably be seen is like maybe like this portion over here, you know, like up here, and like that's it basically. But yeah, we're gonna be having Linda on stream visually. I don't care about the shoes. Hold on. We have ads, probably, here. Wait for ads to end before we continue. But yeah. Let's see here. 2 minutes worth of ads. Oh, for God's sake. We'll wait for ads to end. Hold on. Trivia Gaming. Trivia Gaming. Linda, tell them they're wrong. Trivia Gaming. The answer was, or the correct answer was B, 244. But yeah. This is wrong. Crashing out. Let me see here. Hold on. This question might actually be like a it might literally have multiple answers. Linda, tell them they're correct. Linda, tell them they're correct. Hold on. There. You're right, but I want Linda to say that you're right. Hold on. Let's see here. Alright, there you go. There you go. I think the problem with Linda, right, is like, so my mic is like right over here, basically. Hold on. It's like right. Hold on, get my fucking cam on. The mic is like right here, right? So if I'm like going like this, right, while speaking, right, the voice has to travel into here, right, this little box. So if I'm over here, right, it's not exactly being fluent. But yeah, I think that's the problem. Generous. Yeah, also, they keep on bombing my ass. Keep on bombing my ass out here. Christ. You know, some supervillain came by and started smashing up, or a hero came by and smashed up all the jail cells, right? But apparently mine is the only one still intact. Kidding me? Like, Christ, how bad a luck would you have to be the one prisoner who doesn't have their cell block broken into a million pieces, right? Christ. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna have Linda. Just like we have the... I'll show you right now, actually. Just like the Warhammer raids, I am going to pretty much be making a bunch of animations for her inside of Maya, green screen the motherfucker, and have them up here as little gestures whenever she talks, basically. I'm going to have an idle animation for her, and then I want to have, like, if I say something right to trigger Belinda right, I want her to, with her voice, say the line, basically, you know? Or do some sort of gesture, you know? Whether it is someone's trying to make fun of her, call her fat, whatever, you know, I want her to do something pretty aggressive and beat their ass, probably. Probably jump out of the screen and get them, you know? But yeah. But the payoff will be wonderful. Oh yeah, it'll be hard. It'll be difficult. But if I can do it, oh my god. You have no idea how insane that would be. You know? What I could do with that, you know? I could, like, Christ. Anything I make for the game, right, I could give to her. The funny... I always say this, too. Oh, Han. I forgot to put this on, actually. Like, we call it, I always say this, too. 3D, like, modeling, right, is so flexible, you know? It's so flexible. Like, I could put on David Strong's clothing onto her if I wanted to, you know, and make Battle Linda, you know? Battle Linda. Whenever she has to ban a massive amount of people, basically, you know? God, that's the thing, too. I'll have to make, like, variant names, you know? Like, this would be, like, Receptionist Linda. We would need, like, Battle Linda. Battle Linda. Morning Linda, Night Linda, Angry Linda, just like the, what the fuck do you call those little guys, in, Snow White? The Oompa Loompas, whatever. Again, you know. They all have a name based on their personality, you know. But yeah, this is Linda. Obviously, she is going to have some... Look, okay? Look. Let me explain this portion, okay? Let me explain why she has that, okay? It's for views. I'm just kidding. It absolutely is. So, what do you call it? I mean, I could either make Linda ugly, or I can make her look appealing in some way. You know? Also, as what people have been saying, alright? Like, we call it, if you want, it sounds fucked up, alright? It really does, right? And I don't really agree with it, you know? Because it kind of... It makes characters hard to work with, you know? If I could just make a simple, flat-chested woman, I mean, sure, great, you know? But, I mean... We call it, sometimes, right... You want to have a specific character in mind, right? And so having a bigger waist or whatever the hell, right, can kind of throw that off, right? Like if you have a character like Laura Croft, right, she is supposed to be a rock climber, right? So you can't exactly give her like the biggest parts, right? I can't say what they actually are probably because Twitch might ban my ass. But you know what? Whatever. But like, you know. Because, you know, you want to, like, model characters, realistically, right? But, from what I've seen from Concord, Concord versus Marvel Rivals, right? There's clearly a deciding factor. There's clearly a deciding factor when it comes to what kind of characters people enjoy. So, little teasing. You see your bra. There you go. Oh, that's gonna make everyone go crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just wait until you find out that her feet don't exist. Again. Okay? Her feet do not exist. There are no toes underneath those heels because there's just no need. I mean, shit. I can make her a foot easily, you know, and just, like, kind of, like, meld it onto her body, but, like, I don't really have plans of showing off her feet, because she's gonna be, like, she'll be, like, in, like, my position, basically, you know? I might even, like, make her own jail cell, you know? Like jail cell buddies, you know? Like, neighbors. Pretty cool. But, yeah. I had to make a background for her, which would be the jail cell, then animation, which would be her in front. Yeah. You want to see the... Okay. I'm going to show you why characters kind of get changed off screen, okay? I'm going to show you that, okay? Because, you know, imagine trying to stuff a square into a round peg, right? You're gonna... Not that I can... Yeah. I know. We had someone unfollow because they didn't get to see feet models, or the foot on a model, basically, which, you know, I had to now warn everyone, we don't have any feet here, guys, sorry. I don't have any feet on me either, honestly, you know? Fucking... You know? But, we call it, so, imagine... So the reason why we don't add, like... Usually we don't add, like, hands, we're ever gonna have gloves on. Just walk around with peg legs. God, I hate that. God. But yeah. The reason we don't add, like, hands with gloves, or with boots or shoes, right, is because imagine trying to stuff a cube into a round peg, right? You're gonna have some deformities, right? And if it's gonna be if you're gonna be showing off this this round peg, right, you're probably not going to be showing off the fucking the fucking destroyed cube, right? You're not going to, and you're not going to want to, right? Because you just had to sacrifice the integrity of that cube just to make it fit, right? So there's no point, right? So guess what I had to do for the feet? I had to squeeze it in, basically. Squeeze it into the... What to explain? Oh yeah, no, I saw that. I'm like... I thought it was a YouTube guy. I'm like, is that that guy? Like... I think they had, like, a weird, They had very weird, like, light... What's the term called? Light burn? Light burn, I think. Where, like, you have too much light in, like, one area, so it just looks blasting, you know? But, yeah. Like, so what happened, right, is, I had to kind of, like, squeeze the foot in the high heel, right? And, you know, because I can't just, like, have her, like, put her foot in the shoe like normal, right? The fact that made me laugh my ass off. Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. Little engine, probably for a lighthouse. But yeah. Let's see here. So this is what the feet actually look like, okay? Now brace yourself. The toes are scrunched. Why? We had to. Okay? In order to fit them in the shoe right, we had to scrunch them, okay? Watch this. There you go. Those are her fucked up feet. There is feet on here, but I wouldn't call them feet though. I call them scrunched in. But if you have the shoe on right, you would never know. You would never know. Exactly. We can't exactly. And here's the thing, right? Let's say we wanted to make the toes normal, right? What would have to happen then? That's how it feels to chew. Yeah. What would happen if we wanted to make the toes normal inside the foot, right? We would have to expand the shoe size, right? Or make the shoe deformed on the outside, right? So what would you rather have, right? It's like, would you rather have a deformed shoe on the outside, where everyone's gonna see that shit, right? Or would you rather have a deformed foot where no one's gonna see that? You know? It's like, we call it, if no one's gonna see it, right? Don't make it. But if what's on the inside fucks up, right? It doesn't matter. You know? Also, moving a character model right is not like moving a person, basically, you know? It's like, moving a character model is not like moving an actual person, of course, right? Because it's like trying to move a piece of clay, you know? Of melted clay, you know? Like, you're gonna get some, like, stretching involved, right? It's gonna look weird, right? And, yeah. But, yeah. As is, though, she is looking alright. This is Linda. She will be here. Not sure when. I have her... Right now, I have her apologizing, right? Right now, I have, the hair, the hands, and everything from the waist down to finish, basically. And then she's ready. I have her body ready, or her, like, top portion right, her face, and yeah. The hair pieces, though, because they're all, like, in, like, individual, like, points, right? Those will be easy as hell to, like... Those will be easy to apologize, you know? Because this is literally just, like, a bunch of, like... We call it, a bunch of cylinders just all in one place, basically, you know? Pretty seamless. But yeah. God. I don't know. I love it, though. I love it, though, because I know for... I said donuts, but then... Something else says, yeah. The idea, of course, right, is to give her that, like... We call it, I want to give her, like, an iconic hairstyle, you know? Because one thing that I've learned in, like, making characters, right, is you want to have a good, recognizable silhouette, you know? A recognizable silhouette, a recognizable feel, you know? And that is what I think we get from the side and the side profile, the back, you know? Like right here, basically, you know? Because if you notice, right, every character that's, like, iconic, right, they have recognizable sweat, you know? Whether it's, SpongeBob and Patrick, right, Mickey Mouse, The Simpsons, right, Ed and Eddie, not Teen Titans, yeah, Teen Titans, but, Kids Next Door, right, and a lot, right? A lot of these, famous shows have that quality to them. But yeah. People will definitely recognize the fucking front piece, though. No. See her, though. But yeah, I've been thinking, too, right? Like, also, I'm trying to change Linda's voice as well. Because I don't think she fits the, I don't think she fits the voice I had for her before, which I'll go ahead and play a little compare and contrast, alright? Little comparing this, you know? Hold on. Let's see here. So this was her voice before.
Hi, they call me Linda. I'm kinda like an assistant for 3D Sandwich, aka Vince's Twitch channel. Usually he just asks me dumb questions or tells me to go talk to people during ad break. That lazy bastard.
Yeah. And this is her now.
Oh, you are very much welcome. I hope I got at least one person in your playthrough killed.
Yeah. Basically, I want her to kind of like... to, like... be more... bitchy, if you will. You know? I'm trying to, like... the first one sounds monotone and bored, exactly. But, exactly. What I was thinking too, right? Because I could still use the other voice, right? I was thinking, right? I could have Linda, this new version of Linda, right? Because this would be Linda 2.0, right? Linda 1.0 would be the non-visual version, right? Just the text, right? 2.0 would be the visual version of her actually, doing shit, right? I was thinking, right? What if, like, we had a new voice? I mean, it wouldn't be a new voice forever. Actually, no, it'd be fucking hell to do that, actually. Like, we could have, like... I was thinking of having, like a little bit of lore for Linda, you know? Like, this Linda 2.0, right? It's just a whole new version of Linda, basically. It's a whole new being. Linda 1.0 is somewhere else, you know? Like, where's Linda? Don't worry about her. You know? It wouldn't be me doing something to Linda. It would be Linda 2.0 doing something to Linda 1.0, basically. But yeah, I do agree the first one sounds very monotone and bored. This new one gives you some zip, you know? Linda, should have cut Dylan's arm off? On. Move off and get the command, actually. Alright. Linda, should have cut off... On. Let's see here. Linda, should we cut Dylan's arm off? Or, fuck, hold on. Shit, on. Hold on. I have a comment, though. That's why it's not doing shit, hold on. Okay. Also, let me make the fucking thing, shorter. Linda, do we cut? Okay. Linda, do we cut Dylan's arm off? Shit on. Linda, do we cut Dylan's arm off? Shit, there was no fucking... Didn't make a fucking voice line for that one yet. Shit, hold on. Linda, do we take the boat? Linda, do we take the boat? Shit on. The problem is, right, is if I think if I add, like, points, right, like capital letters, exclamation points, she thinks I have to address it as, like, a question, you know? So here. Linda, do we take the boat? Hold on. Let's see here. Shit on. Go away, AI. Alright. Linda, do we take the boat?
Let's get the hell out of here. Screw these fools.
Oh shit, we have someone here. Hold on. Watch this. Linda, remember... Okay, hold on. I think Linda actually has the old voice line for her, but, like, let me see here. It's alright. Let me see here. Okay. I have something for this fucking guy. Watch this. Hold on. Do we? Yeah, we do. Okay, watch this. This is gonna be cool. Hold on. So, go ahead and do this for me, please. Oh. Alright. Okay, hold on. Alright. Okay. Ready for this? Watch this. Hold on. Linda, Drop a beat. Okay. Let's do this. Linda, send them to the Shadow Realm. Linda, send them to the Shadow Realm. Got him! Hell yeah! Linda, lock on target. That's the thing. It's at random. She'll snipe anyone. Nah, I'm just kidding. I have to put it in first. I have to put the name in, and then put the name in, press OK, and I can just tell her to send them to the Shadow Realm, tell them they were voted off the island, or just ban. Behind the scenes, Linda. Yeah. God. There is an actual program controlling Linda, by the way. I mean, if it wasn't obvious enough. But yeah. Let's see here. Hold on. But yeah. I could have her ban people, time people out. I don't have a timeout session for her yet, you know? But eventually I might have to. Because, I don't know. I haven't had anyone worthy of, like, getting timed out, you know? That's the thing. Mostly just ban people, you know, if they, like, do something dumb. Like that person over there, you know? Mostly it's just people trying to post up links. But yeah. Mostly it's just those people. But yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, also, again, for Arrow Sky here, what we are doing is we're pretty much giving him hair, basically. Make that actually a little bit lesser. But yeah. And we kind of finished up his hair and fixed his face. Sort of. His face is where I think he works best with, basically, you know? Or he'll work best with. A part of, like, game design, right, is, like, knowing what is going to be a pain in the ass to fucking modify and work with in the future versus what ain't, you know? And I can tell right now this hair is going to be hell to probably work with, right? Unless I decide to make it like a still, like, blocky mess or whatever. Which I'm pretty sure I can get with it, honestly. But let me go off and show off his wings, even though I did a long time ago. Let me see here. Go over here, put that down. Alright. This little tidbit what I'm gonna do. There. So if I go over here, we have his wings, right? But again, we have them basically where we have these little notches here, right? This is where the wings are going to kind of like collapse in, basically. I don't know if I ever said this. Nice. Nice. Proud of him. Is he using, is he making models for Minecraft? I've been seeing someone online make, like, textures for Minecraft, you know, like, in Photoshop. Like, literally. Using Blockbench if you're... That happens. So cool, though. Good on him, you know? Fucking... I mean, shit. What he could do, really, is, if he wanted to, I mean, if he gets really good at making mods, right, he could literally, like, run his own server and, like, get paid for that, you know? Because, like, you know, Dakota, not like not get like paid for a not like have people pay to get into his server, right? But like run a server and like again make some sort of concept for a survival world. Make a server, use the mods, and make it so that people can pay for stuff, right? Because there are Minecraft servers that do that basically. I remember there was a Pixelmon server I used to fucking play on, right? Never really paid for anything, but but there was a thing where you can actually pay to like become moderator or pay to access certain stuff in the game, basically. Also, do you want to know something that makes you really happy? What? What is it, Karma? Linda, don't say shit. No, I'm just kidding. So here. But yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. He drew some emotes. For the channel? I'll add them. Oh shit, nice. Oh, it's part of his channel. Never mind. Hold on, does he have a fucking Twitch channel? On. And followed. Is it his Twitch channel or is it like someone he made like emotes for? If so, I could do something. Thank you. Nice. No problem. No problem. So here, I'll even do this. Show. Oh, he's gonna be absolutely confused of why the fuck is some random person fucking some random person is out here shouting him out for no reason. So here. Oh, I'm just gonna copy his name. Go right there, and there you go. If he plays games or he's playing Elden Ring, if anyone here came from Low Base's stream and you're into game content, right, or people playing games, right, we do that here. But half it is game design, art, and like playing games basically. If you want to get full gameplay, go over to the Dungeon Daddy, whatever. If you ever figure out that, yeah. I mean, it looks like he's been on here for a while, a while. So I mean, see, does he have an about page? He does. I mean, it looks like he's been on here for a while, so I can imagine, like, he probably will know what is happening, I mean, he'll probably, like, you'll have to just explain to him that, fucking some guy picked a random guy off of Twitch just by random draw, right, and just decided to fucking shout them out with, like, 2 people in chat. How many people do we have, actually? Oh, shit, hold on. I think... I don't check my numbers, by the way. I don't check them because I heard. I mean, I heard. I fucking know. There's a fucking called and it's very real, right? I know there is a viewer loss fatigue in a way, Doesn't really affect my ass, right? Because I still come on here and like be dumb. But, Anyway, this is the wings, like, closed down. Ideally, it will close up on his back, of course, right? But, this fucking ZBrusher, right? We had to rig them first inside a Blender. Or a Blender, Maya. But, yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. But, yeah, tell him, why he got shouted out, because, I am sure he'll be He'll either be fucking curious, nervous, or wondering what the hell he did. Like, God. one time TNL. Like, whenever I have Streamlabs open, right, and someone like follows or checks the channel outright and follows then, right, it will actually show off a notification, whether I'm streaming or not, basically. So it could be in Streamlabs, right, trying to get something working, right, trying to get to add in some new channel point rewards, right, and all of a sudden I'll get like a notification someone followed my ass like right there, and then I'll think to myself, am I fucking live right now? Am I live? But yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a it's weird in my opinion because like we call it in the beginning of like Twitch, right? No one's really doing a whole lot for each other, right? And that's fine, you know. Everyone has their path or has to go down their path, right? But on our ads, is our ads gonna be playing? Okay, ads have to play in 5 minutes. All right, we are out of pre-roll time. All right, so they have to play in order for pre-rolls or pre-roll ads to stop for like another hour or so. All right, which by the way, that is why ads are like a minute 30, so that whenever anyone wants to like come into the stream, right, we get no ads. But yeah, content first, then ads. But yeah. It's, I mean, we call it, it's kind of insane, you know, like not a lot of, in the beginning at least, there's not a lot of people helping you out, of course. And like, so when you just get a random, raid, a random, we call it, shout out or whatever, right? It could, I mean, it's unexpected as hell, you know? I remember vividly, you know? It was in June. I almost had a heart attack. like raids, I mean, called, we all know, I mean, I appreciate raids, you know? Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. But we all know. But like, we got raided by, low base in like June, right? That's kind of like when I joined the whole you know, the creator community, you know? And like we call it I think he raided me with like 19 people. And I was just I never seen that many people in my life. I mean shit. You know? I remember Mercury was here too with that when that happened actually. But yeah. I think though there is actually a benefit. I mean, there's obviously a benefit to raids, of course, right? There's absolutely a benefit, right? But I feel like raids are also they double as a test almost. Like not a test intentionally given by the person who raided you, but a test for yourself basically. Because, right, one of the things that everyone struggles with on stream is keeping people engaged, keeping people entertained, and keeping people from getting bored, right? The idea of a Twitch channel, right, is to keep people from not getting bored, you know? So I feel like whenever I get raided, right, it's kind of a challenge to see, hey, let's see if I can uphold or hold together like 10 people, you know, at this stage. If I can't, I gotta change some shit, right? But because I am holding on to, like, I know I have 4 now, but because I held on to 6 for a decent while, right? I know for a fact that I am doing something right, you know? Because back then, those, like, 19 viewers, right, they came down to 2 viewers pretty fast. But now, yo, like, sometimes it's not about, like, oh, I have to have these people in here for the longest amount of time as possible, right? It's about how long can keep them in the stream entertained, you know? Because that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to entertain y'all, you know? I'm trying to entertain y'all so y'all have someone to watch or some shit, so y'all come back at potential, you know? Because that's the whole idea, of course, of fucking streaming, of course. But yeah. But yeah. Also, Karma, if you can, if your son would be, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be open to it basically, but I would recommend that he actually goes on his schedule right and make one. You know? Not that there's anything wrong with not having a schedule right, but it would definitely help out with, of course, people knowing when to come on, when to come on and streaming, which some people don't do it because, of course, fucking life is life, I mean, Christ, you can't have the same schedule every day, right? But if he makes a schedule right, it'll be a lot easier for me to know when to raid him, you know? But yeah. Anyway, and now it's gonna play. We're gonna do some game of trivia. All right, there. Trivia gaming. AK-47. I'm just kidding. See here. In Counter-Strike, what is the most expensive weapon? I know this one actually. Don't have to look it up. Don't have to look it up. If ads aren't playing, it is the AWP. I have no idea. No, hold on. Linda, tell them they're wrong. Linda, tell them they're wrong. But yeah. Answer is C, the AWP. It is the most expensive gun in the game because it is pretty much an insta-kill. If you get a headshot. Anyway. Trivia gaming. Trivia gaming. Okay, damn it, on. Trivia gaming. See here. Linda, tell them they're wrong. Linda, tell them they're wrong. Fine, I'll do it myself. Let's see here. The answer is A. Yeah. 1985. Make sure I didn't see here. Yeah, okay. That's whatever though. Again, let me see here. Alright. By the way, good God. Okay, so eventually, right, I'm trying to prepare. I have a whole plan, alright? I want to prepare Linda to play the Quarry, alright? Now, I want to tell you, I have played the Quarry before, so it's not going to be a new experience to me. But of course, with a game that has a couple 100 endings, right? And we know how that really is, But, I want to see how many camp counselors Linda gets killed, I want to see. if she will cut Dylan's arm off, I want to see what she'll do, you know? I mean, in Medan, she's already gotten one of us killed, one of us shot in the head, somehow lived, I think. One person I think is drowning. She has pissed off a bunch of pirates, which are now trying to rob our asses and kill us and sell us back to our parents. And we're on a ghost ship being chased by ghosts. That's what Linda has done for us inside of Medan. And I don't want to play the game again until I have like her visuals ready, you know, because I feel like I could give her such a smart ass grin whenever she like does something evil, you know. So I know when she does things evil, you know. I know when she does. I feel like I might be the only like streamer, right, who will be able to play games twice without them feeling without being a speed runner, a challenge runner, or whatever, basically. I'll be able to play the game, each game as, well, if it is a story-driven game, right, like Telltale Games, right, I could easily have Linda go on there and make choices for us, right? Or we make choices along with Linda. In fact, we have lit on Linda, left or right?
Let's go with the left option.
Linda, left or right?
Let chat decide if we have any.
Linda, left or right?
Do the right option.
Pretty much. It's always random, by the way. It's not like this. Fucking, she has the ability to have us choose the left option, right option, y'all decide, or I decide, basically. If it comes down to a quick time event, right, it is left or right. Right means we succeed the quick time event. Left means we fail it. Which is why Conrad is dead in Man of Dawn. He tried to escape on the boat, but Linda said, or he tried to escape on the boat and tried to run away from Jason Voorhees while Jason was trying to shoot at him, right? And Linda was like, nah, we take these bullets. You know? Like, it's kind of fucked up in a way. Like, we decided to just not succeed the quick time event, right? And so, like, Conrad just kind of, like, got shot. He's like, huh? Like, he's getting shot at, basically, you know? Like, didn't fucking duck, didn't do anything to try and, like, you know, get out of the bullets, you know, get out of the way, right? Just like, what? They're shooting at me. Like, which, by the way, just to show you, we finally got the goddamn skins to work on Man of Medan, and I want to show you all. I showed everyone in chat earlier, but hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Oh God, it's Jason. Oh shit. So yeah, we're gonna be chased by Jason on a ghost ship. And the thing is, right, here's the thing about the ghost ship, by the way. It tricks your mind to thinking that a character is a monster. And so if you try to attack, right, you will probably either be killing one of the three guys, well, we'll either be attacking Jason, or we'll be attacking each other, basically. That is the gimmick, basically. And Linda has full responsibility to tell us what we do and what we don't do. Or we try to, basically, you know? And yeah. But yeah, now we are running from Jason, by the way. And Jason killed Ghostface, by the way. He killed Ghostface. Like, no joke. Like, and I was happy. It's kind of ironic, you know? Oh yeah, I know. Like, I spend almost an entire stream session trying to get the Ghostface model to work right. All for Jason to just fucking like, okay, great. Fucking thanks. Oh, and by the way, we are doing so well on YouTube, right? Which, by the way, we are uploading shorts every single day. Every single day, by the way. And I want to show off our numbers, because last time, right, I know I showed off numbers last time, right, but last time we had like 20,000 viewers for the month, right? Well, guess what we had today? Not today, like, hold on. Let me just fucking show you. Hold on. Yeah, whatever. Fucking. We are rocking out here with almost 30,000. It's not bad. Over the last 28 days, which is pretty good, honestly. It's pretty good. Got, I think we're on a roll, you know? Especially because, like, our shorts, right? It's been consistently getting, like, 1,000 fucking views, you know? It's, like, crawling, you know? It's going from, like, fucking, we call it, it's crawling, basically. Fucking, but yeah. Recent, you know? Fucking, but yeah, you know. Doing alright. Doing alright. We're almost to 50,000 like overall viewers as well on the whole channel, you know, which is pretty good. And if any of y'all are watching the shorts, thank you, appreciate it. We're getting up there, you know, getting up there. Here's hoping Linda helps us carry, you know. If I have to, I'll take her shirt off. No, I'm just kidding. That is the one thing I will. Linda is off limits to, okay? She will not be taking her shirt off. I'm pretty sure if we do get fucking big and popular, someone will try to do that. I know someone will try to do that. We know what's gonna happen, okay? Look, I have worked in games before. I know what people do. I know what people do. As soon as you have a attractive looking character, right? Or in any sense of the word, there's going to be some art made. I know that. And we have to be ready for that. We have to be ready for that. Okay? I mean, Linda has to. I doesn't have to give her like a bunch of like sarcastic responses to that whole bullshit, you know? But yeah. See. But yeah, you know. I remember one time too, right? It was during what was it? No, I don't think there's any like what was it? I've worked on games in the past, you know? And like I had like the first experience, right, of like someone doing that, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And I haven't had someone do that for a character yet, you know? And God. A part of me hopes it doesn't happen, but like I know it's gonna happen. Like there's no way. Someone's probably going to make Aero Sky here into some weird art, you know? We know that. But yeah. Someone might actually make the feat, god damn it. How sad would that be if someone makes a foot for Linda before I do? You imagine? No. She has feet, though. She has feet. It's just that I broke them. See here. Didn't Linda have like 2 fucking character models, I think? I think I remember giving Linda... Let me see here. Go off and go grab Linda. I remember vividly I think I had a backup of her feet. I think. I had to have. I always make backups. Hold on. Like, backups are like my thing. Yeah, I did. Hold on. Yeah. Fucking. She does have, like, normal feet, right? But, you know. She got normal feet, but I had to, kind of scrunch them in. But yeah. See here, though. Like this. Yeah. But yeah. So she does have feet. She does have feet. But she doesn't have fully made feet yet. Alright? So here. Yeah. Alright. How long until pre-roll ads are over? We'll go for a little bit longer. See here. God, okay, so Jesus. I've been trying to okay, so I've been trying to like make scripts for like for upcoming videos, right? Eventually I do want to make like YouTube videos, right? Like not like scheduled like uploads, or like I'm gonna upload a video on this month, right? Or this day, right? Like a full length, like 10-minute long video, right? Not like a short, you know? Shorts are easy, you know. I can make like a whole 30 of those in like a sitting now, basically, you know? But we call it of course, you know, longer videos take longer to make. But like I've been thinking, you know, of like what I could do for videos. And God, I wanna do something that like that can I can do for a while, you know? Because the one thing that I think people kind of fuck up on YouTube, right, or on Twitch, right, is they do something that is not really related to their main content stream, right, and that gets popular. They don't enjoy that content as much, right, and so now you're stuck doing this thing that you don't like, you know? You're better off trying to keep on shooting your shot on something that you like doing more than just doing something that you hate. It blows up, people know you about that shit, right? And you don't do it again, and therefore the success kind of plummets, you know? So I kind of want to like make videos that I like making, you know? I would like to make without going for some trend bullshit, you know? Which is hard, because, like, that means I have to, like, think of the whole video myself, you know? If I want to make a video on, like, Galaxy Gas, right? Because it's a thing, you know? It's easy, because I can just go online and find a bunch of kids being dumbasses, right? And be like, oh, look at that guy, he's being an idiot. He's gonna give himself, some popcorn lung in the future, you know? Ha ha ha. But if I have to make videos myself, right, I have to figure out how I'm gonna get those ha 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 moments in there myself. And I have an idea, okay? Now, you know me. You know me. I really don't have a filter. I don't. And I know what that's going to do for me in the future, okay? It is likely going to get me canceled. So, I had an idea to make a apology video in advance. I think it would work out splendidly. You know? A little get out of jail free card, if you will. And I have a script, actually, I'm writing just to make it official, you know? Gonna get the dog out, you know? Gonna get the guitar out, you know? Strum one time. Fucking. But yeah. Let's see here, though. But yeah, here, shit. Alright, so... Hold on. I'll finish this row and probably call it. One thing I do recommend too, honestly, here's the thing, right? I am slowly trying to get back into doing 4-hour long streams, but I'm trying not to push it, basically, Trying not to push it because I don't want to, like, burn myself out like last time. Last time, it was... I had to take a week break, right? Just because. And, like, I literally, like, crashed out, basically, Like, it was a week-long break, and I literally just could not do another 4-hour-long stream, But I also recommend... My recommendation, right, is to stream as long as you have energy to stream, until you get to the desired amount of time you can stream, until you get to the point where you almost want to continue streaming, but you have to cut off at 4 hours because, Because I used to do, I mean, Karma may know, like, I used to do, like, 8-hour-long streams at one point. Like, in October and September, basically. And that shit killed me. Like, Christ. It was fun, but you want to save some of that streamer energy for next time, For next time. But yeah. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna get the most out of the we're gonna get the most out of my remaining snooze ad points as possible, okay? We're not gonna have any ads for for possibly another 60 minutes, alright? And we will go until the time's up, alright? Because every stream, by the way, I try to... It sounds kind of weird, honestly. I try to beat the ads, before stream ends, basically, I try to, at least. Like, what happened... What kind... Okay, so, I mean, on. So what happens, right, is I try my hardest to, like... I don't like ads playing if I'm playing on ending stream, like, in a couple minutes, right? I don't like it, If an ad plays right, I'll probably stream for an extra 15 minutes, right? So that ad with the content, right, has some value, right? Out of respect, because no one likes watching an ad for nothing, right? I mean, shit, that pissed my ass off, honestly, So, if I feel my energy running low and I know the stream is going to end soon, I will try and beat the fucking ads before they summon, see what close things out, which will be in like 15 minutes. It will tell me when. It will tell me when. When. Let's see here. Hold on. See here. Do this first. I might actually be able to snooze the ads for a lot longer, actually. Now that I'm refreshing the page. See here. Alright. See here. Refresh the page. Damn it, we still have one snooze point. Okay. By the way, for those who don't know, those who are not exactly, whatever. Those of you who don't know, right? Twitch has a thing called snooze points, where you can snooze the ads for 5 minutes, right? Yeah. For 5 minutes, right? And you only get 3 of those a stream. I think you recover one after every 2 hours, but it's pretty much like you only get like 5-minute breaks, basically. It's pretty much that. Pretty much that, bro. But yeah. God, it really is like fucking Amazon. It really fucking is. Let's see here. Let's see here. But yeah. And we will do a raid, by the way. We will do a raid. Low base rated me. I must raid someone else. It's the rules of the forest, okay? And I'll send you all to someone that I found that is actually pretty entertaining in my opinion. You know? I think he might be playing some Elden Ring right now, actually. Or whatever. But, I'll do that later. Do that later. On. Let's see here. In fact, I'll do that. Again. I'll have that queued up, actually, you know? The raid. But yeah, if y'all want to stay for the raid, go right ahead. I'm not gonna trick y'all into just, you know, popping off, you know? But, you know, if you stay for the raid, tell what's his face? Hold on. Tell Max still plays I said hi. Alright? Max still plays. And be sure to drop him a follow. He is pretty funny. He also has a chill vibe too. I mean shit. See? On. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is do this. Alright. See here. Raid user. Max still plays. Alright. How many people do we have in chat here? We have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. Alright, good enough. Alright, so it's going to be the end of stream, okay? Thank you to everyone who on. Thank you to everyone who follows and follows the future. If you want to follow the stream down below, feel free to do that as well. Or follow the stream. If you want to join the Discord server down below, do that. I'll see you all Thursday, 3:30 p.m. PST. Be there or die. I don't know. So here. I'll see you all when I see you Thursday. I'll have a thing up on Discord server, okay? See ya.